Well, thank you very much for the warm congratulations. What COVID-19 is doing. So, yeah, the thing of paramount importance right now is going to be what we do when school should have been reopened. Do we open? And if we open, how do we keep our children and our teachers and their families safe? Do we not open? And if we don't open, then how do we continue to engage our children? So the balance is going to be with their constitutional duty to be educated, a right to be educated, and our duty to keep the population safe. And it's going to be a fine. It's never going to be easy. We're going to make sure we use science and medicine and the statistics at hand and the stories around Guyana to determine what to do. Like every other country, it's not going to be an easy question to face. But I think important is that we get out information to our parents and teachers, and so that's going to be the first thing we do. And it's probably not going to be resolved within a day because we really have to check. If you look at various countries, some countries have opened very successfully schools like Denmark and so on, and they've used the bubble method where you have no more than 12 children appropriately distanced, masked, hand washing and all that, and they've done very well with that. But then Israel did the same thing, moved from the bubble method 2 weeks after they opened, and their numbers went through the roof, with large numbers of children and teachers being infected and or quarantined for being suspected of being infected. Uh, Guyana, bubble method sounds really nice on paper, but could our schools accommodate that? So we have to make sure we use the science of what is we know about COVID, along with our statistics here and our realities about classrooms and spacings and the availability of clean water to wash hands and all that. So those would be some of the considerations we're going to be looking at, but that is of paramount importance right now to us.
I hate to put you on the spot, but realistically, do you see September schools reopening?
Right, so it would be really precipitate for me to speak about that right now. I know as a parent, I'm extremely concerned that very concerned. And if I have that concern, I can only imagine every single other parent has that concern. And definitely our teachers must be worried. So we know that we need to answer those questions to people very early so that they know what they're doing, because we're not unaware too that when children go to school, so you have this thing where parents work and their kids are at school. If they have to stay home, then parents would need to make arrangements who are going back to work and so on. So we know it's something we need to address early, and it will be addressed early and with the best information we have to keep our population safe.
Other priority areas you can talk to us about?
Well, Neil, we have huge priority areas like curriculum reform and so on. We're teaching way too many things too early, and we're not sure if, well, I'm not sure if that those subjects and the content is relevant to Guyana today and what we expect Guyana to be in a few years' time, given our new realities and so on. But honestly, those things are miniature compared to the COVID and addressing that. So, because it's not only addressing COVID, look, our children have been home for 5 months now. Grade 5 children who are presently in grade 5 would not have covered content that they need to write for the grade 6 exam next year. So this goes all the way into 2021. So it's a very wide, it has affected the education sector very widely, and it needs to be properly thought out, whatever we do.